So the ranch is a place of peace. Everybody is looking for peace, and they're looking for it in all different kinds of ways. And sometimes that leads to bad things and sometimes to good things. But Jesus is the Prince of Peace. And if we're following him, then we get the ultimate perfect peace.
The Ranch is a beautiful place where children and families who have suffered from trauma, abuse, and neglect can come and receive love and acceptance in a safe environment. This leads to hope.
So we're a nonprofit 501c3 ministry. We're located in Farmville, Virginia is the mailing address. We're actually in Cumberland County, Virginia. We operate on donations. We have a lot of donors who support what we do here, and that allows us to provide all of our services free of charge to our guests. And the ranch's mission statement is that we use horses to help people heal from trauma, abuse, and neglect, and to help Christians grow in their faith.
It's different from like other counseling places. They don't just sit you down and you do nothing but talk. They interact with you, you use the horses so it feels safer, less like a doctor's appointment and more like just talking with friends. I grew up with animals, so like being able to work with the horses, learn how to ride, and just grooming them is amazing as well. And just not feeling judged at all is definitely a big part of it.
It's where we get to share with them the love of Christ in a smile, in a touch, in the listening to their story, remembering what they've said the week before. And a lot of times, guests that have come from a lot of brokenness, a lot of hurt, and so here at the ranch, it becomes a safe place for them, where they are seen and heard.
So in 2007, I was stationed in Iraq, and we had decided that I would retire after we got back. And so I was in Iraq and Robin was in Alaska, and we both started praying individually, and we were asking God, what is life for the Warrens after the Army?
A particular day in Alaska, I heard a radio program 2 times that day by Kim Meter on Focus on the Family, and she was sharing her story of how she started Crystal Peaks Youth Ranch, which uses horses to help those who have suffered from trauma, abuse, and neglect. From hearing Kim Meter on Focus on the Family, I contacted Crystal Peaks Youth Ranch, and they came beside us and supported us and sent us information to get started. I sent the information to Kevin, who was in Iraq, and he was praying there, and then we contacted our church families throughout our many moves and had them pray.
That's where Glory Reins Ranch began, was this idea that we could serve God as a family using horses. And so in 2008, we retired from the Army, drove here from Alaska, built our house, and then in 2010, we opened the ranch. In the first year, we had about 20 guests, and we had no facilities. We'd pull down picnic tables and sit underneath the trees across the driveway, and we had limited fencing for the horses. And so over the last 10 years, we're now averaging over 500 guests visit a year. We have a nice barn, we have pastures fenced, we have a riding arena, and we try to continue to improve the facilities every year.
We've seen attitudes change from people coming, and it doesn't make any difference if they're young or old, because some of the elderly people that have come here, they have never experienced anything like this, and they know that somebody cares about them.
The ranch is kind of like second family, kind of. There's just like a really nice environment here. It's just really welcoming. There's no like harsh anything.
So the mentorship program is a time we invest in the lives of children and families who come to the ranch. This is a 90-minute, undistracted, focused time. There's a variety of activities that the individuals can choose from. Some choose craft time, horse time, and game time, and others come simply to talk. The heart of the mentorship program is to invest in the guest. We invest by walking with them through difficulties, helping establish goals and boundaries. We also pray for the guest and with the guest while they are here. As we walk with them, we cultivate relationship and build trust, which allows us to speak life and offer hope.
So the group program includes a lot of different organizations. We have at-risk groups from the local schools, and then we have adult organizations, maybe from churches or an adult daycare kind of place, nursing homes. We usually do a devotion to begin with, and then we'll break down into a round robin with the kids especially. We'll have game time and then craft time. And our goal in that, we have a couple goals. One of them is to invite people back to the mentorship program. But most importantly, since we may never see these folks again, is that we love on them the way Christ would love on them. And that when they leave here, they know that they had an encounter with the one true living God.
I really want to thank all the people at Reins Ranch. They've been amazing, and it's really been a home to me and helped me get through hard times.
I'm so thankful for the dedication of these volunteers and for the Warrens who had the vision and the ministry.
If anyone feels like they're going through something, contact Glory Reins. It's a good place to go if you're going through something.
The hope that Christ offers, once received, cannot be taken away and can transform a life. Hope can change a life in a heartbeat.